back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Nah. Ah. Well, it's bound to be a good conversation. Segi to aim after all. Beautiful, welcome to you all. Thank you so much for stopping by. I am Zagit Machaka and welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoy the video and the content, and then maybe you decide to join. And then those who have been here and are still journeying on, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it so much. Today again, as promised, we are still on our Teacher Diaries series, and this is episode 2 of Teacher Diaries. If you missed out last week, go back just a little bit and check out what we were talking about. It's quite interesting, and it was just a beautiful way to start and open the series. And yeah, and thank you so much for comments and your thoughts on it. Also, I appreciate the feedback and everything that I'm hearing from you guys today. As promised, we will be going back into the topic. Today, I'll just firstly be touching briefly on my actual experience as a teacher, especially because it wasn't my first choice in general. But my experience has been quite interesting. But I'll just name a few things at this present moment. One of the things that I was not ready for as a teacher is the admin. Even when people try to mock us as teachers, you just get there, you talk to kids, yada yada, and then you go home. That's it. No, I wish. I think we wouldn't really have much to complain about if that was the case. But there's so much admin, there's so much that the department is seeking from us, there's so much that department and every other thing. It's paperwork. It's giving as in communications. Like it just got a lot of paperwork to it. There's just so much admin. It's not just you preparing a lesson and getting to class and teaching it, but it's every other thing that really trains you. Part of my actual experience is realizing that teaching is like the least of the concerns. Like that thing you can do it, especially for the children, especially knowing that you've got an audience every day, every minute. But it's always doing a level best to be prepared. I think that's one of the biggest things, to actually be prepared for the lessons, because it'll hit you. What do they hit you with? Something. It's gonna hit you if you're not prepared. It's gonna be a long period, or 30 minutes or whatever periods you have. Yeah, it's gonna be hectic. And I really get to have first-hand experience seeing that it is such an honorable profession. Yeah, man, it's you see, majority of the people I've had a chance of working with have really genuinely good hearts. Teachers have big hearts, and when you become a teacher, you're not doing it for the money, because really, I think it goes beyond that, and I'm just saying, speaking on the majority of the people that I know, I'm not saying everyone, but there's such genuine hearts, such genuine people who really have a good passion and a desire to impact the children, even if it's coming from different sides. Maybe this one didn't want to become a teacher, but that passion for children is really an overarching theme that I've taken note of. Highs and the lows, the highs and the lows of being a teacher. I'll start with the lows, the highs, the lows, the highs, the lows. Let me start with the lows so that we end with the good stuff. When it comes to the lows, as we know, the remuneration is not remunerable. It's not able, but okay. Yeah, it's okay. That's a good one. The admin, as I've mentioned already, admin. There's a lot of that, and it's quite draining. It's to be quite honest. And I feel that it's one profession that you can really end up finding yourself a bit stagnant. Like it keeps you so occupied that by the time it's the end of the year, you're like, what? I'm still at this place. I'm still doing this. And then while you're still getting your mind around that, the following year has started. It's back into the grind, it's back into being hectic. And I've found myself feeling so stagnant and just realize, okay, we're not moving forward. We're not. And one thing that is quite scary for me that I've come to realize is how I watch the kids grow and develop and move on with their lives. And time again, I'm seeing that I'm still where they left me. And that's, I guess that's, for some people could be that, okay, yes, you're an adult, that's your job to allow them to grow. But when you still want and have like particular desires for your life, it can be quite daunting. And you find yourself just doing the same thing over and over, just different people, and end up thinking like, didn't I do this with you guys already? They're like, no, ma'am. Oh, it was last year. And I appreciate that I've gotten a chance to teach different subjects and teach different grades. But for me, being in the field still feels like there's a bit of stagnancy there. Those are the lows. Those are the lows. As for the highs, oh man, the fact that you're having first-hand impact in a person's life, game changer for me. Game changer for me, because I get to watch and be a part of these children's lives, and not just in teaching them, because for me, yeah, I think I'm a person who just generally cares more about the well-being of the learner. Yes, very much about the content and the curriculum, and I make sure that it's done and it's done well. But the well-being of the learner, the well-being of the learner is one thing I really take so personally. And I'll even share in my next video how I do that in my classroom and how I make sure that that takes place in my classroom. But in knowing that I'm shaping someone's life, I'm shaping lives, my presence, the way I present this, even in how I teach the subject or how I present myself, will impact the child's future, whether they're still interested in the subject or not. First hand impact. And the amount of time we spend with your children, guys, the amount of time is a lot. It's a lot. And we honestly happen to spend more time with your kids more than you, because we have to be off our phones when we're with them. We have to be looking at them and talking to them. And you get to know them so much. I see them as they enter the class. I can just pick up what's today. It's not happening. Or today's a good day for this one. Or okay, what's up with this one? It's so heartwarming, and it's such an experience. Being in there is such an experience that you can't take lightly. Another thing is realizing the amount of power you have in making the child to either like the subject or to just hate it. And even how you relate to the children as human beings changes their perspective on anything you're going to say after that, you know? So, yeah, it's quite cute. Quite cute. And honestly, I've just touched briefly on the highs and the lows. I know there's many more, and you can share your experience or what you've seen. And also, a lot of people have been raised by teachers. It could be that they're not teachers, but they've been raised by teachers. How was that experience for you? Yeah. Anyway, next week we'll be speaking more on how things are in my classroom and how I make sure that the learners feel seen. Okay, we'll see you again next week. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video. I hope you enjoyed it, learned something, or I don't know. It's a song. It's a song. Have a beautiful day or afternoon or evening, and stay blessed.